Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Moxinfernape, and this is my battle for Week 4 of the Pokemon Champions League, aka the PCL. So this week I'm going up against TurboBlaze and his Phoenix Midnights, so check out Turbo, link will be down below. So I'll leave a link to all the coaches just because that's how I do it for the PCL, I think. I just copy the link, the list of all the links of everyone each week, and then just paste it in every week. So he'll be in there. So check him out. He's cool. He's got a nice little British accent. I played him in the Major Pokemon League. I played him once, beat him once. So hopefully I can beat him again. That'd be cool. So going into this game, I'm 1-2. He is 2-1, I think. So I'm hoping to get a win. Put us both at 2-2, and then we're sort of back in the race for playoffs. It's top 5 out of 12. So I'm a little over or a little less than the top half, I guess. I'm not really sure where I am in terms of like the points with everyone because this league's based on points. But I'm not really sure where I am based on the points because some people have not played their games yet for like week 3 or week 4. And I don't know. It's a little bit of a mess. So but I'm gonna try to get this game up on time, even though I don't think many or any other people will. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So my team, I'm just gonna go over it real quick. So we got my man Entei. My item, I think I was just Muscle Band this game, just to raise my attack a little bit, not a lot, like times, it's like 0.1, so not a lot, but it's there. Running Sacred Fire, E-Speed, Bulldoze, and Howl, kind of bulky Entei. And next we have Pyukumuku, Coolmon. This is my first week with it. I dropped Blastoise and I picked this thing up. This is my first week that I could use it, and I did bring it because he's got some scary stuff. I was gonna say fat stuff, but that's not what I meant. Some scary stuff that I need a fat mon for, and I have this Pyukumuku here, which does the job better than Blastoise in terms of being a good bulky water. I'm running like Recover, Baton Pass, I think Endure, and Memento maybe? I think Memento. And then my item is the eject button, so that I can switch it in, take a hit, and then I'll switch out and then bring in something else, which is pretty cool. Next Micro Ninja, this is I think Sashed. Yeah, with like Water Shuriken, Toxic Spikes, and I think Ice Beam and Grass Knot. And Steelix was Stealth Rocks with 3 attacks. This is it was Chopal, I think. The Flygon was just Scarf, kind of standard-ish. So there was like U-Turn, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Tailwind, I believe. And Mesprit was, I think, a Soulfest. So I lead with my Flygon, hoping he doesn't lead with Weavile, because everything else is, it's fine. But he leads with this. I didn't expect him to click. I didn't think he'd click Shard, but I thought just in case, if he did click Ice Shard and I stayed in, then I lose Flygon. So, it is what it is. But anyways, I switched into Pyukumuku to take the knockoff. I lose my item, which I wasn't sure how that would work, if I would get a switch out first, or if I would just lose it, but I lost it, which not a big deal. So he switches out as I go for the slow B pass. As he brings in Magnum Zone, I can bring my Steelix and get up Rocks, and no one can take out any one hit. So Rocks are gonna go up, and he's no way of getting rid of them. So Stealth Rocks will stay up on his side of the field. So Hidden Power Fire, it's gonna do a chunk. So let me talk about this here because now I'm thinking about it, and I'm just realizing the issues we had sort of doing this the first time because well, actually, let me explain the following turn. I need one more turn to kind of play out to then explain. But we had a bit of disconnections on the server because it went down while we were playing. So now let me play it. So originally the first time he missed his play rough there. I think I was a tad lower, so I probably would have died anyways. Or I probably would have died if he hit it, but it was actually a roll. At least at the health I was originally at, which is like 1% lower. It was a roll to kill me, and then there it was a roll. That was in my favor for me to live in this situation, but I died. So originally he missed. So I guess by that logic we should have kind of canceled this and then did it so that I would live. But I said it's alright because it's kind of alright if you miss that because it's 90 accurate and he doesn't really have like any other options to run instead of that. Like if you miss like Focus Blast or something, I wouldn't really feel bad. But like he doesn't really have any other options to run for a physical fairy move. So I kind of felt bad in that regard, and I was like, you know what, it probably should hit anyways. And the rolls worked out so that he killed. If you got it in like a exact middle roll every time with the 2 hits from Magnum Zone and the 1 hit from that player off there, then I think would have lived. But it is what it is, not a big deal. So now I play it a little differently than I did the first time, because the first time we got like 2 more turns, I think, and I think we got like in 2 more turns, and then it canceled. So here I play a little differently, because originally I clicked explosion that turn, so he was very weakened when I brought in my Mesprit, but instead of bringing my Pyukumuku, because he is not in Mesprit range now, because I don't have the explosion damage. Anyways, so I bring Pyukumuku. I just heal there just in case if he went to play rough, I can scout a bit. So he brought in Sceptile, which I thought he'd do. So we're going into my Mesprit, which should be able to live any 2 hits. So he goes for sub, as I kind of thought he might, which makes sense because I can't really break it with my Pyukumuku. Then he goes for crunch, showing he's most likely physical. I think he's all physical. Maybe mixed, but I believe he was like fully physical. So I just broke his sub with the Ice Beam there. So I go into Flygon, knowing he's probably going to click crunch again, maybe click sub. Either way though, it's fine. So he just clicks sub, but I can just, yeah, I'm faster, so I can just break it with a nice U-turn. So then I bring in my Entei, because I figure you're going to click Dragon Claw here, which you do. So I take that decently well. So here, you are in range. You have me to just knock you out within E-speed. So that's cool. We are up 5-4. That's kind of cool. So it brings in Azu, as now I switch into Pyukumuku, I believe. Yes, I do. As I take, or no, he makes a nice double in Hawlucha, which is pretty cool. So here, I think I just got off a slow B-pass. Just to see what he does, and I don't want anything to switch in if he wants to hit me with something. But he does go for subs, so 2 subs, kind of nice strat there, because I have the, you know, I have a mon that can't really go for any offensive moves, so that makes sense. So Water Shuriken, I think it was a roll to break his sub with 2 hits. You know, the average, I guess, is 3 hits, so I should have broke his sub by that logic, but it's alright. I think it was like a 50-50-ish roll to break it with 2. Although I'm not sure how much bulk he had. If he had a fair amount, then it was a little less. Then there's a smaller chance of me breaking his sub with 2 hits. Anyways, so he goes for the HJK, I live with my Sash. So here I go for another Shuriken just to break his sub, get off some more damage. We keep doing it, or keep hitting it, and Greninja actually gets 5 hits, which is pretty cool. So overall 7 hits. It's not really a hacks. 7 hits from 2 turns of it, because it's 4 plus 3. By that logic, it's like the exact middle. So I feel like it's kind of all right, but you know, it is what it is. It happened how it did. I mean, earlier, you know, I was nice and I let him keep playing when he originally missed the player off, but you know, it is what it is. He probably shouldn't have missed it in the first place, but you know. Anyway, so I'm just gonna rambling on now. So he brings in Azu, which makes sense. I just get off some more chip damage because he's probably gonna go for Aqua Jet here. As I end up getting 4 hits, which isn't a huge deal, but kind of impacts what I can do. It just leaves me a little more free to make some other plays. Because if I only got 3 hits there, which is the quote-unquote average, then Flygon is most likely not in range to kill. But now it is, because I got that other hit. So Earthquake's gonna knock him out. So he's a dead Azu. I'm up 4-2, looking good. So he brings in Weavile. I can just go right in my Pyukumuku. There's no other option here. There's no second thought. That's my play. He might click Ice Shard. He might click Knock. I don't know if he's gonna predict that. Either way, I'm very safe going into this, so it's fine. P-Jab does not do much. You know, he doesn't get the poison, so I just get off a slow B-Pass, bring in Entei. And Entei's looking pretty good. So at this point, I'm just trying to keep it a 3-0 or above, because you know, the rules of this league, if you get a 3-0 or more, you get 3 points. So a 3-0 and 4-0 don't really matter. Like it doesn't really matter a whole lot if I get a 4-0 or 3-0 or 6-0. Either way, they're still all the same points. But a 3-0 is kind of not drastically, but is pretty different than a 2-0, because that's a whole point, which could matter. I mean, I'm not really sure where I am standing exactly, because you know, not everyone's done their games, but you know, I still can sort of get a sense for it just based on my record. So it's just very, very key to try to keep at least 3 mounds around so I can win this game. I mean, it looks very good for me to win this game, but I need to try to keep 3 mounds around or more. So I end up just knocking out the Weavile because you know, I kill him with E-speed. So he brings in Kangaskhan on my Entei. So he goes for Fake Out, gets off some damage. So that shows he's not Silk Scarf, which that was what the like standard Kangaskhan set is in the calc. So I don't know. I just looked at that. So I go for Sacred Fire after I live his hit. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty bulky, so that's why I don't have speed and why I do take that pretty well. It looked like he was Jolly. I believe he was guaranteed to be Jolly from the kind of low roll he got from Fake Out. Anyways, he dies to Sacred Fire plus E-speed combo, and that is a good game, Turbo. We win in a 4-0, so that's pretty awesome. So we're back up to 2-2 with a 0 differential. So back up to neutral, which is awesome. Just to get ourselves back up to it, and we're looking right in the midst of the race that I don't really know exactly of, because, you know, again, people haven't done their games, but it's alright. They'll hopefully get them done eventually. But yeah, both times I've played Turbo, I've beat him in a 4-0. I did that in the Major PL as well. So that is cool. But yeah, we're 2-2, looking pretty good. I mean, yeah, I didn't do a T-blow or a face cam again, just, same reasons. I just, time, I feel like, it's just nice to do these nice and quick and nice and short. It's pretty cool. So, I guess I don't really have much else to say. Oh wait, I did make a transaction actually after this week that will go into effect next week. So I dropped a low punny, picked up Skuntank, because with the points I had left, I was able to make a transaction and still have, or I have 0 points left, but I was still able to have the points to make a transaction. So we use Skuntank now. Nice ground poison type. It's pretty cool. Gives me a defogger as well, or another defogger. Yeah, because we lost a spinner and Blastoise, but that's cool. So, anyways, I'll see you guys with our game next week versus Razor and his Chicago Bewares. So, yeah, I'll see you again. Bye-bye, guys.